What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here for my first Raw review in a long time. Long time. So, give me a few tries, give me a few takes. I'm just trying to get back in the groove of things, of, reviewing Raw and SmackDown and all that. So, just give me a chance, and hopefully, by we'll get the kinks out, alright? So Raw opens up with Damian Priest. He's coming out. He's basically talking about how he's always wanted to say, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw." You know. Then he talks about how he wants to represent and respect the United States champions like champions of the past, and so he will continue the tradition of the U.S. Open Challenge. So who's it gonna be? Who's gonna challenge him? Well, who else would it be other than Sheamus? Which I'm confused by, but we'll get there in a minute. So Sheamus comes out and he's like, "Hey, I want my shot." Drew McIntyre comes out next and he's like, "Hey, I've done everything and won everything except the United States Championship. I want my shot." Then Bobby Lashley comes out and he's like, "I want my shot." And so all these guys are talking about how they want their shot to be United States champion. And then RK Bro comes out. And I'm like, dude, what? And instantly as that happened, I'm like, I would love to see Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley. That'd be interesting. But he did just win the tag team titles, so, you know. But, so they're all arguing about who wants what and everything. It eventually gets to a point where RK Bro Riddle challenges Bobby Lashley and MVP to a tag team match. Then Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville come out and they make it official. They also make a triple threat match for the United States Championship between Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest. Man, this opening segment started off nice, but it just felt so cluttered, like so much going on. I was just like, wow, that was a lot, but it is what it is. Next up, literally after that announcement, Rhea Ripley comes out. She's gonna have a match with Shayna Baszler. She's got Nikki ASH in her corner. Shayna Baszler's got Nia Jax in her corner. Before the match starts, Nia Jax is like, "Look, before this night is over, Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, you both will be flattened because I'm gonna do it to send a message to Charlotte Flair." This caused a little bit of distraction because Shayna's like, "Whoa, what you mean? I'm about to face her right now, so I'm gonna be doing the smashing." So that little distraction gives Rhea the advantage for a little bit until Shayna Baszler takes advantage and pretty much dominates the match from there. She's working on her left hand and her wrist throughout most of the match. It was a typical match, it was okay, it was alright, And it's funny because during the match I'm thinking, dag, bro, y'all remember when she debuted, what was it, last year, man? And before WrestleMania, she was looking like a beast, bro. I was like, yeah, I remember that. She ain't that beast no more, bro. I'll tell you that much. She is not that beast anymore. Anyway, the match ends when Nia Jax goes and she attacks Nikki ASH, which you think is going to lead to a Shayna Baszler win with the roll-up, but no. Actually, Rhea Ripley is able to roll up Shayna Baszler and pin her for the 1-2-3. But before she can even celebrate, Nia Jax is on her and she gives her a Samoan drop. And Shayna Baszler is she's not happy. She feels she got embarrassed. Clearly she was, Her tag team partner just showed her up. Listen, this whole thing with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, it's got to end, man. It truly, it's got to end. Like, I think it ran its course. They were two-time women's tag team champions. They did what they could, but it's time to move on, I'm ready to see Shayna Baszler take that step and go back to being a singles competitor and dominate again. And maybe one day these days she'll challenge Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. I would love to see that match. I really, really would. Next up, we got a Rikens Vader's promo talking about how, normally they're, flawless and everything, but tonight they are going to bring the rain and the pain to their opponents, who are Jinder Mahal and Veer. It was a good contest, typical tag team. Let's see. Veer and Shanky. The match ends when Veer and Shanky try to cause a distraction. It doesn't work, allowing one of the Viking Raiders to go and jump off on top of them. Jinder Mahal tries to hit the Colossus, doesn't fail. The Viking Raiders hit their finishing move and win the match. It's good. Viking Raiders look strong. With New Day gone, actually, you could actually do a new trio of, even though we got that on SmackDown, but a heel trio of Veer, Shanky, and Jinder Mahal. I think that could be very interesting if they can play that up. Different combinations like how the New Day used to do it. That'd be very good. Interesting to see that. So I hope they do that. Whether or not they will, we'll see. Let's see. Next up, we got the match of the night in Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Sheamus in a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Let me just say, man, the words I could say would not do this match justice. You have to go watch this match yourself. That's how good this match was. It was incredible. Everyone had their moment to shine. Everyone got their moves in. I was a little worried that Damian Priest was going to lose and Drew McIntyre was going to win. Not hate on Drew McIntyre, but more just Damian Priest just won the championship. So let's let him grow a little bit with the belt, But luckily, he did retain the championship. Sheamus goes for the... was it Sheamus? Yeah. Drew goes for the Claymore. He hits Sheamus, takes him out. Damian Priest it was able to hit his finisher move on Drew McIntyre and retain the belt. And then after the match, they shook hands out of respect, So hopefully these two will have a rematch down the line because I'm actually interested in seeing those two go at it. It's interesting because when I watched Raw last week, I just thought Drew McIntyre was kind of buttering him up, so he can get that opportunity for the title. But, we'll see. After that, we had a Goldberg update. He says he needs to get surgery for his knee. He said his son Gage, I believe his son's name is Gage, he's in pain. He said his shoulder's all jacked up, and he says he no longer cares about the WWE Championship. He's only after Lashley's soul. So that's interesting. So I guess that means next time they fight, maybe it won't be for the WWE Championship, which from what I've been hearing, their rematch most likely will be in October for the Saudi Arabia show. So if that's happening, I'm most likely sure Goldberg's going to win that match, especially if it's not for the WWE title. So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. You heard it here first. After that, we had a quick little, Reginald once again talking outside, just talking about how when he was a kid, he wanted to travel the world. And now with the WWE, he gets to do that. R-Truth and tries to get the drop on him. I can't remember the other guy's name. Man, I wish I remember his name. The guy who acts like a ninja. He was pretending to be a dog. But once again, Reginald escaped. So it's just the same old stuff every single week. R-Truth was great, but other than that, I'm like, who cares, Next up, it's supposed to be Eva Marie versus Dewdrop. This has been building up for a while. Eva Marie's kind of been disrespectful to Dewdrop, when it all came to a head last week after SummerSlam. So the confusing thing about this is Dewdrop is supposed to be the face, right? So she comes out, she's interacting with the crowd and everything. Crowd's cheering for her. Before the match even starts, she attacks Eva Marie, beats her down, and then pins her, right? Well, counts to 3 herself. The match hadn't started yet. So after she's done that, the ref's like, oh yeah, Eva Marie can't compete. She's done. So I'm like severely confused because I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't she the babyface in this equation? Like, could you imagine John Cena doing something like this? No. Maybe The Rock or Stone Cold, but, that's just who they are, Maybe Triple H, or maybe in a situation where it was really personal. Not to say that the situation wasn't personal, but it was just very weird. I was like, why would you go this route? I don't know. We'll see what happens next week. Next up, we got Karrion Kross versus Humberto Carrillo, sorry. It was another squash match. It wasn't that long. At least it was faster than Karrion Kross and Ricochet from last week. But I'm just sitting here wondering again. I'm like, wow, he literally looks stupid. And I read it was because the reason Karrion Kross looks like this is to sell toys, which I know is an important aspect of the company. But I'm just like, he has no character, bro. He just comes out, and I don't even watch NXT, but I've seen promos, and I've seen how he is on a few clips from NXT, and I'm like, wow, he's great, especially with Scarlett. So I'm like, why no Scarlett? Why no character? He just comes out, he dominates it, and then that's it. Like I don't even know, man. It's very, very weird, man. I feel bad for him, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Make the best of the situation. Let's see. So they had their match. I mean, at least Humberto. He got in a few more bits of offense than Ricochet did last week. Because last week Ricochet got squashed in like 10 seconds. Humberto, he got some offense in. But for the most part, Karrion Kross came in. He won again. He was able to hit the Doomsday Suplex. He did not go for the pin, instead putting him in his submission move, which Humberto tapped out, and Karrion Kross is your winner. So I mean, it's good that he's winning, yes, but it's just he has no character, and that's very boring, and a lot of questionable things going on right now. Next up, we had Nia Jax taking on Charlotte Flair. Two heels going at it, and I didn't think they were going to go through with it, but they actually did. It starts off with, mind games by Charlotte, going out of the ring constantly, taunting her, taking her time, taking off her robe and everything. But, eventually those two got down and dirty, and they were having a real drag-out fight, It looked real for a couple seconds, too. But shockingly, Nia Jax wins. And not only does she win, she wins clean. Clean. So if you're going to book Nia Jax as this monster, please do that. Because that is what she's good at. She can be a monster. Like Shayna Baszler can be a monster. She beat Charlotte. Charlotte's going after her leg and everything. She's about to go for the figure eight, but Nia Jax kicks her. She goes head first into the turnbuckle. She's knocked out. Nia Jax hit her with a power bomb. And 1, 2, 3, the match is over. And I'm just like, wow, okay, wow, this is interesting. Now, we did have the whole Alexa Bliss thing. She did not show up this week on Raw. So maybe at Extreme Rules, we'll have Nia and Charlotte, or maybe it'll be a triple threat. I don't know. But it'll be very interesting to see where this goes. I'm interested. Charlotte looked kind of like shocked, but in a way, she was just like, I think kind of impressed with her. She was like, okay. All right, you got me tonight. We'll see about next time. So it's very interesting. I'm interested. I really am. Next up, we have Omos with Styles by his side taking on John Morrison. So we were supposed to have Morrison versus Miz, but Miz backed out. So I don't know why. Maybe personal reasons. Maybe couldn't get over here. I don't really know why Miz backed out. But they said that. So for some reason, John Morrison decided to challenge Omos because he said he wanted to prove to the Miz that he was a bigger person. And the only way to do that, as his acting coach says, is take on literally the biggest person, which was Omos. Yeah, this is basically a squash match. Morrison was able to dodge here and there, but once Omos had him, that was pretty much it, all she wrote, and, pin 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, quick squash match. Literally after that match was over, Xavier Woods comes out, and we get Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles. Xavier Woods is really, really good, man. He really is good. He's getting better, really good. First of all, can someone tell me where Kofi Kingston is? Is he hurt? Is he taking time off? I don't know if they ever said anything, but we haven't seen Kofi Kingston in a while. He's just not here. But in that aspect, we've gotten to see Xavier Woods for a while, and he, again, is doing good. He might fulfill his dream of becoming King of the Ring. It says it on his Twitter handle, Future King of the Ring, which I hope he achieves because he definitely has the skills for it, So, they had a good match, but Styles ends up winning with the calf crusher. He Woods is going for the ropes. He's an inch away, but he just can't take the pain anymore and ends up tapping out. Like I said, good showing. If New Day ever split, I think Xavier Woods will be good on his own. I really do. I think he'll be okay. I don't think they should split because you need tag teams. But if they ever do, I have confidence in Xavier Woods that he can do all right. And then literally after that, we had RK Bro come out because they had their tag team match for the titles against MVP and Lashley. They pretty much worked Riddle this whole match. I mean, he was getting dominated, beat up by both Lashley and MVP. It's funny because Styles is on commentary, and he's like, yo, MVP is the wink leak of this team, which he's obviously not wrong about, but I'm shocked that he said that. And he said he'd rather take on AJ, he'd rather take on, man, what's that man's name? RK Bro for the titles rather than taking on Lashley and MVP, because obviously Lashley is this great, in shape, physical beast of a man, you know? But yeah, I mean, once Randy Orton was able to get in the match, he took control, you know, hit his rope DDT on both Lashley and MVP, you know. I mean, even after a while after that, AJ Styles almost got involved, but Randy was able to stop them, and Riddle was able to go out and stop Omos from interfering in his match and attacking him. And I thought for a quick second that RK Bro was going to lose this match and lose their titles, but no, Riddle was able to power through. He hits the flying bro on MVP, and they retained the title after the match. Lashley is going to attack Riddle. Randy already hits him with the RKO, and we close out the show again, saying, in the future, I hope we get Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley. Really interested. I want to see that match. Thoughts on this match, though? It was okay. Obviously, match of the night was a triple threat for the United States match of the night. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I thought Raw, for the most part, was decent. You know, if I had to give it a grade or a score or whatever, a rating, I'd probably go 3 out of 5. I thought it was good. Most of it was good, although it's very clear because last week we had like 3 matches that were advertised, which was Sheamus and Bobby Lashley, Miz and Morrison, and Dewdrop and Eva Marie. And out of those 3, Eva Marie and Dewdrop was the only one that happened. I don't know why they didn't do Sheamus and Lashley. I don't know why Miz didn't show up or wasn't here or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they just changed their mind, or maybe Miz wasn't able to show up. I don't know. But I mean, other than that, and then, you know, the questionable booking with Eva Marie and Dewdrop. But other than that, like I said, I thought Raw was a 3 out of 5. I thought it was pretty good, pretty decent. Tell me, what did you guys think about Raw review? You know, it's been a while since I did this, so I think I did pretty okay for the first time in, I think, almost a year, maybe a little bit more. But let me know in the comment section down below. Please remember to like this video, share it, subscribe, spread the news. I'm back. Yeah, we got about a week to the NFL season. Looking forward to it. I didn't think I would be, but I actually am. Check out my video from earlier where I dropped my Austin era review, Judgment Day 98. Check that video out. Yeah, guys, and that's pretty much it. So if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace.